All right, greetings, gamers. Hello, it's us, the Game Guildies, and at least for me, here in the bright state of Colorado, it's like full on fall weather right now. Like I got to see the rarity.
So jealous.
Yeah, it's like I took my kids swimming over the weekend, and I was just hanging out in the hot tub, letting them, get their energy out. I'm just staring, just kind of staring out the window, and like the trees are like there. It was a rare moment where the trees were turning, and it was like fire red. Like we always get like the yellows, oranges, and the browns, but very rarely do you get to see much of the fire red leaves because when they are that color, they fall to the ground as soon as like a cool breeze blows through. Because at this time of year, the fall temperatures for us, the temperatures are like it goes incredibly hot to incredibly cold. There's like no in between, so it's very rare to like see the red leaves. But today has been yet another. I'm going to steal another Homestar quote. It's been a grade A gray day.
No, you've got to do it like Homestar, or it's not. It
Oh,
does
no,
not count.
Well, no, that was actually it's a quote from Strong Sad when he does his Strong Bad email fanfic. A grade A, grade A.
It's like blah blah blah's
Yeah.
blog.
Population tie.
So, according to AI, for Murfreesboro, leaves typically begin to change color in mid-October and reach their peak by. Say it.
November.
Say it.
Halloween.
Halloween.
Ah. So, Matt, hey, haven't seen you around. So I was hoping I wasn't sure if you had internet or not, or if you've just been busy with life. Good to see you. Good to see you.
We saw Matt yesterday.
Oh, fantastic.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And Delphia.
Oh, wow.
And
Everybody
and
came to the stream. Nobody else was streaming, so they were forced to watch us.
They had to. They had no choice.
It's that time of year. No,
But we had Sweet Amy on yesterday, so it was a good stream.
yeah, I popped in. Yeah, I was lurking because I was
Best
working. I was
friends.
working. Yeah.
Dang it. I'm sorry I missed it. I was packing and then my brother
fine.
stopped for dinner and
Oh yeah.
That's okay. I hear. Y'all can play games together at like BGG or something.
that's going to be a ways away.
Yeah, I was saying you're
Yeah,
not
it
coming to
is.
fall unless you're gonna surprise me with that. That would make my day if you were gonna drop
would
that.
be-
But I was like,
That is
I mean, the
definitely
conversation has
not
been for so long that it's like the Gen Con surprise was like the big thing that at the cost of BGG, any possibility of BGG fall happening for you. So
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah. Because I've got a week off for Essen, so it's no go, no go. And my sister-in-law is pregnant, so we're like, oh, we got to do a baby shower, and my niece is pregnant, although that would be local. So there's a lot of things coming up that I'm gonna need to use my very little PTO that I have left on. Including our own local convention, New Game of Palooza, which is like 2 weeks after I get back from Essen. So,
oh wow, okay. Tell me about that one.
Yeah,
How did that come up?
well, so New Game of Palooza has been around for, I believe this is our 13th year. Beyond Dead probably could tell us if he pops in.
Yay,
so
13.
I'm on the staff, so I should know, right? I think this is our 13th year.
Nah.
So it's been around for a while. It was basically a group of friends that started it, and then about 5 years ago, they asked me to be their marketing manager. Um, yeah. So, anyways, but it's a nice little local convention. We get anywhere between 250 to 300 people. Basically, just rent a giant conference room at a local college and play games for 3 days. So if you're in the Oshkosh it's New Game of Palooza is the full name, and it's Northeast Wisconsin. Gamapalooza is the official title. So if you're in the central Wisconsin area, well, I mean, we get people there's a lot of people that drive from Minnesota and Illinois, and so yeah, but it's just a lot of gameplay, a very big auction. We have a consignment too. We have a pile of games. So if you're looking for a deal, Steph, there's a lot of
Always.
yeah, there's
Always looking.
piles. We have like 6 or 8. It's not in comparison to like BGG, but BGG gets thousands of people versus, like a few hundred, but we usually have piles of games that people are selling. So yes, Beyond Dead, hello, sign you up. You're signed up. You should be signed up if you're not signed up. So yeah, that's fun.
Are the leaves turning where you are there in Wisconsin?
There's almost no leaves left on the trees.
Okay, I was about to say it's colder or much earlier for you, I'm sure. So.
Peak was like, well, I shouldn't say that. It's actually been in the 80s all week, so it's been unseasonably warm for us. It does not feel like October. Today it does because it was rainy and in the 60s. So today feels like it is October. But no, it's been quite warm. So yeah, a lot of the leaves are off the trees already. It's definitely past peak. So things are progressing quickly.
So,
Cool.
like, I've been harping on my silly Summerween kick for a while, but it kind of got derailed with just some home life and work life happenings where I no longer have the capacity to I was all amped. I was gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna get Nemesis to the table. I'm gonna play through like all the Horrifieds, and it's like it's an effort for me to turn my table around for stream. And I'm not sure I'm gonna be able to do as much of that for my Wednesday night
have
streams.
turned.
Yeah. yeah, indeed they have. But nonetheless, I'm still pretty dang excited for fall time because there's just always I get excited about playing. I think one of my fondest memories of like doing board games with friends was like playing board games at for Halloween parties, so trying to find like a fun Halloweeny game to play. And for me, I have some of my most fondest memories playing One Night Ultimate Werewolf with people, but I'm just kind of curious, do you have your go-to, there's a Halloween party and you have to bring a game? What is it? Oh, I thought for sure Michael was going to say Battlestar, but yeah.
That's a good
I wouldn't consider Battlestar a Halloween game.
No, Battlestar is an everyday game. No, it's because we have to play all the games. So,
right.
And we don't have time to go to Halloween parties.
Oh, neither do
Come
I.
on.
I'm just saying, in this hypothetical world where
Steph and I are perfectly matched. It's like, hey, baby, you want to go out? No. What do you want to just stay home and play games? Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
No, I do want to see Downton Abbey movie tonight. I do.
But that's not a Halloween party.
No.
Yeah, and that's not that. Okay, that's going out, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that.
I don't get to go to movies, but if I could go, I'm curious to go see that movie Good Boy, the ghost story from the dog's
hear it's
perspective.
good.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that. Yeah.
I have
Right.
not been to the movies in ages, but I would really like to see Downton Abbey. I'm guessing
Yeah.
that's not going to happen.
So
now.
this is hilarious. Steph is like, we need to go see Downton Abbey. It's not in the Dolby anymore, but we can go see it. And I'm like, who wants to go see Downton Abbey in the Dolby? So Dolby is generally for big spectacles. You want the feeling of the sound coming through the subwoofers in your butt area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I don't need fantastic glamour to hear. Oh, Papa is going out to the field today.
All right. I will answer. I kind of share your
I go
viewpoint
with
here,
you,
Michael.
Steph.
However, I feel it's only fair
I
that I
want to
give
go.
you my film class instructor's answer to that question. Okay. Historically, films, motion pictures, talkies, what have you,
Talkies.
were intended to be experienced and enjoyed sitting in a dark room on a large screen with, for whatever its time, state-of-the-art sound systems. So while
dark room
Downton
on a
Abbey doesn't
large
have the
screen.
flash and pizzazz and doesn't take advantage of, like, you know, rumbling your seats or anything like that and blowing you away, at the end of the day, whether you notice it or not, that quality of audio is still probably more immersive than you'll ever get watching it at home.
Oh yeah, I love going to the movies.
But yeah, I don't want to spend
movies
money
for
on it
sure.
either, Michael.
No, we don't spend money. We've got a
Yeah,
list.
Okay, yeah. but-
We
It
have
cost
A-list.
us $0.
Yeah, that's nice. You guys are very spoiled.
$0.
Our local theater put a membership out that's supposed to rival like what you've got, like A-list, and there's other ones out there, and it's $10 a month. You get one free ticket, and then you can buy tickets for $6 a piece. It's still cheaper to go on Tuesdays though, which is the deal night. And you get 20% off. I'm like, this is a joke. Are you serious? I'm basically paying,
You get one movie a month?
yeah, one movie a month. I'm like, who
No,
are you trying
that's
to
too
compete
much
with? This is a joke.
Paperwork.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't even buy. Now, the only thing is that your movies roll over. So, like, if I don't
gotcha.
go to see the movie this month, then I'm banking one for the next month, and
Yeah,
I can
but-
give that to a friend. But
yeah,
like,
but
compared to
yeah,
like
but
the
who
A-list
is
and
gonna
some of
see
the
less
rest of
than
these
one
ones,
movie a month?
Matt says
you're doing
convicts
a
in prison
membership.
get more movies than that.
I know.
Exactly.
It's sad. I'm not. I was like, yeah, I'm not wasting my money on that. I mean, granted, I don't go to the movies very often, but that just reinforces the fact that I will go on Tuesday nights when it's actually the best deal, and not like pay for a monthly subscription for literally nothing. So
Yeah,
yeah, it's a joke. I'm like, this is big disappointment. So
that's too bad. Do they have recliners?
yeah, they do have that though. Yeah, comfy
Okay.
seats. Yeah.
At least there's that.
I don't like stadium seating anymore. I've been spoiled. Gotta have the recliners, man. But maybe
Yeah,
I don't know.
'cause-
Is Downton?
well,
I haven't gone to the movies in ages. So did Downton just come out? I really wanted to go see it, and I
No,
like,
it's been out.
It's been out for like a month. So I
Oh.
want to see it before it leaves, and it's gonna be leaving, I'm sure, because lots of
Probably
big movies are coming out. So I definitely want to see it. Like, it wasn't even playing at all this past weekend, but then there was 4 showings today. I'm like, okay, well, I gotta see it before it goes.
That's a bummer. Yeah, I should have taken my grandma to see that. Shoot. Because by the time I get back, it isn't going to be playing, and I don't have time to go see it before I leave. So
I mean, it
So I
still
de-
might be playing, but you
I
never
definitely
check.
want to see it, but it doesn't have to be Dolby. Like
No, I agree.
IMAX or Dolby doesn't have to be that. That's my only.
no, I would agree it doesn't need to be that. But if that's what you got to see it on, if it's that,
Oh,
or
no.
seeing it at home,
No.
go see it. Go see it.
Oh, I would have no problem seeing it in Dolby. It's just that Steph was a little disappointed. It's not in the Dolby. It's like
Well, so I'm just happy it's still in the good
Recliners.
AMC theater versus the bad Murphyboro theater AMC, which
okay,
is
and
not
so
necessarily bad, but
it's
they have
like,
a lot more screens.
She makes it sound like it's the other side of the tracks or something.
It is.
No,
It is.
it's not. It's literally across the interstate, like a mile away.
I know.
That's not the
Literally a
point.
mile from the other theater.
That's not the
It's-
point. The point is that
The
it's not
point is, it's no
recliners.
recliners. I get it.
Yes, and it makes a difference. I don't
It
know. We have one
does.
theater on one end of town, and we have one theater on the other end
So,
of town. And
the
one
reason-
theater is like I don't know. And their management sucks. The place is always disgusting. And they only have like 3 theaters with the recliners. They don't have food, which is pretty good, but expensive. And like, it sucks. It sucks. It is. It's like the ghetto one. And the other one is the nice one. I don't want to go to the
The
other
ghetto one.
It's
So
true though. But the thing about the quote unquote ghetto AMC is
It's
that
called AMC Classic,
right. The AMC Classic,
which
is
means
because
old seats.
It has 16 screens, so it has a whole bunch more movies that come in that you can
Good
see.
selection.
Yeah, the selection is better.
The
theater
nice
quality is
theater.
up. That's how they're trying to make
Yeah.
up for the theater quality is because
Well, that's because it
you
existed
can find
first.
those weird indie,
Right.
import movies or whatever that you probably can't see.
Right. Well, the nice theater is brand new. They redid the old theater that was in the mall and redid it. And it's only got 9 screens now. So they left the other one as a 16-plex, the old theater. This is a 9 screen with one of them being Dolby. So, and it's really nice. The air conditioners work too well. We have to bring hoodies in the summer. So,
Yeah.
Still have to bring a hoodie now, all year, hoodie all year.
that's because it's late summer, early fall. So
It's all year.
Well, one thing, I guess it's a hard turn. I'm sorry. The one thing about this time of year I've been curious about is, so when I first kind of was dabbling, I guess, into the modern board game hobby as we know it, there was this store at my local mall. This is where I was it was sort of my first game store, but it wasn't like a traditional, like it didn't have a play space or anything like that. It would focus mainly on board games, and it sold Magic, but it didn't do card singles. It was kind of a weird oddity. And so that's kind of where I would like go there and then look at board games on the shelves and then go home and research and see if it'd be pretty good, whether or not I would like it. But they had this entire section dedicated to like murder mystery dinner games. And I would look at these, the back of the boxes, and I could not understand what you were getting in one of these things. And they were a little, more than I was willing to spend, a little pricey.
Sure, they were usually like $40-$50.
Yeah.
They were, yeah.
And it sounded kind of like I wasn't sure. I was like, do you have to have dinner and do you have to be on menu? Like, I wasn't sure what the deal was. And I am not a great cook. Like, I cooked enough for me, but people don't necessarily like anything that I prepare, So I was kind of like, I don't think I'm ever going to do one of these. And so I never bothered with those. But then fast forward to, 5 years ago, and I'm introduced to Blood on the Clocktower. And now I always want to come out with this because there's one thing. Dice Tower recently finally did like an actual, like their main personalities did a review about Blood on the Clocktower. And I think they've missed a few things about the game because they were stuck on comparing it to Werewolf. And I don't think that's a fair assumption of Blood on the Clocktower. If you're talking about the introductory script, Trouble Brewing, yes, that was designed specifically to emulate the Werewolf experience because that's what that was for. But Blood on the Clocktower as a whole was inspired apparently by these murder mystery dinner type games, and I love Blood on the Clocktower, so I'm kind of curious. What was I missing out on?
So wait, they compare Blood on the Clocktower to Murder Mystery and don't compare it to the obvious Werewolf?
No. It is Werewolf, but it's not. What I'm saying though is it's not fair to just say that all Blood on the Clocktower is Werewolf inspired. Initially, the whole premise of the script and the moderator and stuff like that was to try to emulate the murder mystery dinner game thing.
Oh yeah, no, I disagree. I disagree entirely. It is.
To be fair, you have not played anything but Trouble Bringing Trouble with Violets, though. But yeah,
yes, but I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
the other characters. It is werewolf turned up to 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Is that all these murder mystery dinner things work? 'Cause I've never done one, so I'm kind of. A couple of you have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Who wants to go first?
Well, Steph's
Amy
was
can
more
go.
recent, so she can go first.
Sure. Okay.
You
Last
just did
week
one, right?
I did one on Thursday. So Horrible Guild is coming out with a new series of games called My Murder Mystery. And so I played one of them called A Dead Monkey. And that means, well, like we were in a heist. The situation was we were in a heist, and everybody had character names like the bear or Mrs. Owl or whatever it is. And so that's why A Dead Monkey, the monkey character, was found dead after the heist, after we're getting back. And one of us did it. So we're given like our roles and like a bunch of information about who we are, who we're allies with, what's happening in our life, like why we're trying to do things. And we're given an objective card, and each of us has different objectives, right? And we'll get judged based on what happens at the end. There's going to be a voting process at the end. Like we're all going to, write all our answers down for what we need to write down, and then basically eliminate one player. That player cannot win the game, and they are eliminated. But depending on who is eliminated, that might influence other people's score. And then what happens with your other answers will impact your score. And basically, if you get 3 stars or more, you're considered a winner of the game. And so this game is pretty interesting because I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to spoil the game because it is a once through, but I was given the role of, without spoiling it, let's see. I was given a cool role where I needed to protect somebody. And so I was trying to maybe throw off all these things and try and convince people of X, Y, and Z happening. And so I was also trying to figure out one element of the story and who else was my competition. And I was trying to figure out my competition for this. And so I wanted to eliminate that person specifically if I could figure it out. And so what you're trying to do in the game is talk about what things are happening and like ask questions like, well, where were you before the lights went out? Or what were you doing during this time when I was over here doing this? Where were you? Like you were missing kind of thing. And you're trying to figure out and ask people like their history and figure out if they're lying to you, because it's easy to bluff in this game, right? You don't want to believe what you're listening to because people are going to lie to you probably, and I'm gullible, so I'm just going to believe what I hear. But it's one of those conversation games where you can do a sidebar with people if you want to talk to somebody or whatever, but you have to watch out because people will talk behind your back as well. And so it's definitely a hidden role game where you are trying to figure out what's going on and who's telling the truth. I like this because it's pretty easy. It's like 5 rounds, in which case someone's going to be the leader. They're going to pick a room to go to, and then we find out more information about this room in this house that we're given the situation. The prologue is telling us where we are, what we're doing, and the different rooms we could possibly explore. And you're only going to see 5 of the 8 rooms, so we might not see the information we need. So everybody gets like 2 action tokens that they can grab like information from people to look at, or they can veto going to a location, or they can veto like the next leader or whatever it is. So you want to use those action tokens to your benefit as best you can. And so I don't know. I liked it. I'm generally not the biggest fan of social deduction games, but I thought it was pretty cool. I liked that it was easy. Even I read the rules, so I was able to like understand it. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, it sounds a lot like those murder mysteries in a box, or a simplified, cute version of Blood on the Clock Tower. But you're saying that it's a one and done type thing. Like once you
Like the solution is
like
the solution.
the
There's no
solution
other
is the
game to play.
solution,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the monkey got killed by Colonel Mustard with the candlestick in the library or whatever, and everybody. I mean, that is the solution, you know.
Right.
And there's no variability on that. Once you get through and you find out the who, what, when, where, how, there's no playing it again, right?
Right. I mean, now I know things, and like I wouldn't be able to play it again. So I would say yes, it's a one and done. However, it is resettable, and I could, sell it to the next person, or give it to the next person as a gift or whatever, and then they can enjoy it. So I like it better in that instance versus like an exit game, which you're ruining components and stuff like that.
Unless you're me and you try to find you do everything in your power to solve the puzzles by using PDFs and Photoshop.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I do when I play an exit game, because I hate ruining the things.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I
Do you
do
know
that,
how?
but
Do you know how I avoid
We know,
damaging
Michael.
any of the
We
components
know.
in an exit game? How do you do it?
You
How do you
don't
avoid damaging
play.
components? You don't play them.
Nice.
so I like this game. It says 2 hours on the box, and I'm like, there's no way it's going to be 2 hours. We're only like doing 5 rooms, but no, it took 2 hours because there's a lot of back and forth and asking questions and trying to figure out what's happening. So it does actually take that amount of time just to like figure out the story and why we're trying to accuse people and whatever. So
Yeah, I did one of those boxes once. We did it with my family.
Like
This
how to
was
host a murder
many-
mystery or something?
Yeah, we did a how to host a murder mystery. I splurged and bought one, and we did one year. I think for Thanksgiving, I did it with my family. And we had a really good time with it. And we had a whole dinner planned, and everybody got invitations in advance so they knew what their character was and they could dress up as their character. They had menu suggestions and things like that. It is all those how to host a murder mystery parties. They are really good. They're very well written. And yeah, totally resettable, but it sounds a lot like Steph, what you went through. It's a one and done type of thing. The solution is the solution. The pacing was very good in the fact that like every step of the way, like you are the characters, and then like at some point somebody will read there's different triggers that kind of happen throughout the evening, throughout dinner. Yes, you have little goals, but then you're getting every round people were getting new goals, like, and new information, so everybody gets a new little piece of the pie, so to speak, and another thing that they're supposed to accomplish. And then everybody kind of guesses at the end who they vote for is the one. I also hosted one a little more recently, but still a long time ago. I You can buy them online. I don't know if you still can because I bought this years ago, but I actually bought 2 of them and they were very reasonable. And basically you bought the files, you bought the PDFs, right? And you printed it yourself, but you could say how many people you wanted in it. So it was like, could be 10 to 12, it could be 6 to 8, and they had adjusted. I mean, now with AI, you could probably do that in half the time, but they had adjusted the script a bit for how many people, so like, and I had the one that I bought was a Roaring Twenties theme, and they had fun art that you could print out and put signs on your bathrooms. And, and again, it was the same kind of thing. Everybody, you got invites, you got a character assigned to you. Everybody was trying to figure out who the murderer was and stuff like that. I mean, they were a lot of fun. So, I mean, this sounds like a very cute. I wish I had the group of people, and actually, since Derek brought this up today, I was like, I could do this. There are people. I could do this. I won't be at Halloween time because I'm going to be recovering from my trip, but I was thinking that maybe I'll have to do one of these in the not
Yeah.
too distant future. I think it'd be fun.
Because I always held off of trying one because I didn't fully understand what it was, first of all. Because I'm not super into like heavy role playing. I'm like, I'll do light role playing stuff, but I'm like, if it's one of those things, like, because the only time I've ever had any idea of what this was like was that one where they did one on the episode. There's an episode of The Office where they did one, you know,
Sure, yeah.
and I was like, okay, I'm not going to be doing character voices or anything, you know. So if that's the expectation, no. Some of the ones that I was looking at made it sound like you had to like there was like a menu in there and you needed to serve these dishes. And I was like, when you have friends with food allergies, it's just like I don't know if this is gonna work, you know? Yeah. And then also, I just had a couple friends in my game group that like they're not going to be into this or not, you know, like. They would be the kind of people that just like they would just want to like rip everything open and then like how does this work? And it's just like I feel like they would. If these are one and none, they would want to ruin the experience just to understand what it was. And it's kind of like, I don't know. I just didn't want to deal with all of that, all those hang-ups. But
Yeah, I did find, and I don't know, Steph, you'll have to tell me how your experience is. So I did find that for me as the host, I took a more side approach of like, I kind of played more of a side character and then I narrated everything.
okay.
So I knew
Okay.
what was going on. This was the one that I did when I was older. I knew what was going on. I knew what was going to happen, and I could kind of help people if they got stuck. So I kind of made the conscious choice. Okay, I'm going to take a lesser role that's like a side, because they had the one that I bought. You had characters that were like more active characters, and then you had more side characters, and so you could kind of decide. So I kind of read the whole thing and decided, all right, I'm going to take a side character role. I'm going to be the narrator. I'm going to know what's happening. I'm going to know what the solution is, and then I could kind of guide it so that we don't get stuck and have a good evening. And you know, you don't have to. Some people got into it. Some people got really dressed up and got really into it. And then there's my husband, which I don't know if you guys have met my husband, but yeah, no, he sat on the couch the whole time, and you know, he did his things, and he was fine, but he didn't like get into character really, right? But it still was fun. And then, you know, and by the time we got really into it, then he was getting into it because he was trying to figure it out too. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That would be my advice is like, if you want to host a murder mystery and you maybe have a lot of people that aren't gamers or that aren't going to get into it, then you might want to just take a lesser role or not take a role, dress in the theme, and just kind of GM the whole thing. So
with the game I played, it's not so much that, which is nice. There isn't like a whole lot of reading. Actually, most people got their information cards and were like, oh my god, you didn't tell me there'd be this much reading, because that is the majority of the stuff that everybody needs to know who their character is and what they know, right? So there's a lot of information on those cards. That's a lot of the majority of the reading. There is
That's
no
why
necessarily.
I think it's totally different from Clock Tower. Clock Tower has none of that.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay,
So completely
yeah, I mean,
different animal.
there in the game I played, there isn't necessarily a GM role, and you don't necessarily have to get into character, though. I think, like, I played with a lot of new gamers, if you will, so it was kind of not the most ideal situation because people don't really know how to speak and talk and like ask questions about things, and I think a lot of people were a couple people were really confused about the game. So like I understood, like, I had an ally and she didn't really understand that I was her ally, so it made it more difficult to like express to her like, hey, this is what's happening. But so it just depends on the people playing. I think when I go to play the other my murder mystery game that I have, I got 2, and the next one I'll try and find more of You need to have 5, which is definitely harder. You need 5 to 7 people, and they have a setup in the game. In the game I played, where it's like if you have 5 players, use these characters, and if you have 6 players, this, and 7, use all of them. So they tell you how to set up the game. It's very, very straightforward and streamlined. So it's not necessarily like your game, Duchess, which is a little bit more involved and like you're taking a side character kind of thing and you're narrating. So yours seemed a little bit more involved. Mine seems much more streamlined. So if you're looking for a more streamlined, easy process to get into, I think the Horrible Guild series that just came out is actually pretty good because
I wanna try
it gives
this,
you that experience without like having to do the legwork really, which is nice.
The ones that I hosted, they were meant to be evening events. You know what I mean? It was meant to be
for sure.
an event, right? You're gonna plan a dinner, you're gonna get in costume, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. But
and this is like only a 2-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
So not like a full evening.
The ones that I've done are like, they usually say like 2 to 3 hours, but by the time you do dinner and you like set up dinner, and if you have like a cocktail hour, you know what I mean? Like it ends up being like an evening, and a whole evening, right? But yeah.
Oh, so they're called My Murder Mysteries. Okay. The Horrible
No,
Guild
they're
part.
just they're not your murder mysteries. I'm kidding.
That's what I played.
Okay.
Like the streamlined version of that.
I will also. There's only 2 of them out right now. They're $18 from Horrible Guild, so I'm sure you could find it for even cheaper elsewhere. Here is the Horrible Guild page. I've linked that in the chat, so you can peruse both of them at your leisure.
So yeah, your stuff sounds more like let's get together and have fun and play this. Whereas, and play for a couple of hours and then,
yours is actually a dinner party.
A
full afternoon evening.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Like
then-
that's what you're doing.
Role-playing is
Yeah.
what we like to call it.
Yeah. Done that too.
Love it. I love live action role. I am a LARPer at heart.
Yeah, I loved it. When I was in college, I did a lot of what's the vampire one?
Vampire Masquerade? Or is that
Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes.
I played
I-
many sessions of
I
that.
did that a lot. We actually drove all over the place to play too. Like all over Wisconsin and Indiana and Illinois.
If I knew of a good
All
group,
over the
I'd do it
place.
again in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know. It's
My staff gonna go play.
awesome.
Hi.
Yeah, I know.
It's,
So it's funny because like we're actually going to a big 50-year reunion of Rocky Horror at the Belcourt Theater. I mean, it's gonna be wild.
Oh my god, I want to go. I've always wanted to go. I have never seen Rocky Horror live. I've seen it
We
like
still
Whoa.
do it
I
here.
I have not seen it
Whoa.
live yet. There is, in order to see it live, you have to go like like in Milwaukee, right? I'd be on it if you're still here. There's an old classic theater in Milwaukee that you could go see it at, but like it's ticketed and it's very expensive tickets and all that kind of stuff, and it always seems like it never works out. But
It's gonna be
And I
a
don't have
shadow
anybody to
cast,
go with.
and
nobody wants
gonna
to
be-
go with me to that.
I
Yeah,
will.
it's gonna
Come
be
down
a
here.
shadow cast, and we're gonna go. It's gonna be like a 10 p.m. showing, like the Halloween or something. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be so crazy, but it'll be a lot of fun.
So the fun thing is, it is the 50th anniversary has made it so it's now showing during showings in Regals.
Oh wow.
I know, right?
Oh, I did not know
my
this.
friends went to
I
my
gotta-
friends
now I
went
gotta
to
look
a
it up.
regular show too.
Steph, we have a problem.
What?
There is a Nashville Symphony event on Tuesday, October 21st at 7:30 at Schermerhorn Symphony Center with Barry Bostwick, a live shadowcast and audience participation. It at the Symphony with the Symphony.
Jill and Brian are going to that one too. They love Rocky
Oh no,
Horror.
I am all in. We got to
going
do
to
that.
that too.
I just looked something.
I
up,
want to.
and it is playing.
It's Brad. You do it Rocky Horror with Brad.
Oh my gosh! Now I gotta go.
It's in Nashville.
On my birthday, in locally, it's Rocky Horror on my birthday in Green Bay.
Nice, but not with Brad.
With Barry Bostwick.
Is it? That's what this is. Except ours is October 21st.
Yep. Mine's on my birthday. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
But it'd be
He
more
must be
fun to go with
traveling.
you
It's a traveling
guys. I
show.
think they're doing a tour. It looks
I
like
gotta
it's a
say,
tour.
Barry Bostwick and I have a bond. It's the hair. He has fabulous hair. I have fabulous hair.
I had fabulous hair.
It's like we're brothers.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Anyway, that we're definitely doing the one on October 30th. I didn't want to do the midnight showing on Halloween. I'm like, I don't know. I'll just do the 10 o'clock on the 30th and be good. But if you want to also go on the Tuesday into Nashville, I'll have to look into that.
Sorely tempted.
Yeah, no, Jill was telling me about it. She's like, I'm doing this and this and this. She's going to like 4 different Rocky Horror showings.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
She's a fanatic. I mean, they go every year, but
Fun.
yeah. So
Yeah, Nashville
already-
on the 21st. I see yours.
Wow.
Great on the schedule, but it is going to be in Green Bay on my birthday. Dang. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I've never gone to see it live. That really just sounds like a lot of fun. But I'm going to end up going by myself.
It's expensive. But
Yeah,
Barry
$100.
Bostwick.
That's $100 a ticket, but
wow.
Ours is only 85 for
Ours is-
row GG, which I think is the 7th row.
this is row R. in
Yeah,
the center.
you got bad
That's
seats.
pretty- Well, no, in the
That's row
front.
R. We got row GG.
Oh yeah, that was
GG.
GG.
GG is not better than R.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
That's Game Guildies.
Oh.
No. Let me tell you how they arrange these. $85 tickets
Oh yeah, the 8
is
one,
row
yeah.
DD to G.
Oh.
Row H to Q is $73. R to Z is $61. Orchestra sides BB to G, also $85.
Yeah, I don't
H
know
to
why
Z,
the-
$48.
I'm
So,
surprised
yeah,
the
ours have
center
double.
tickets are cheaper, and the left side and right side tickets are more expensive. That's kind of interesting, but anyways, yeah.
All right, I've got to see here. Front orchestra. How far back is DD? Yep. Confirm. No, let's see.
30
No,
rows.
GG.
30 rows.
No,
know.
GG is the 3rd row back. The 3rd row.
Okay.
The
I'll let
3rd
Michael
row.
look into this.
3rd row.
I don't know, because I was like, don't they usually start? They do double letters after Z, row Z, but yeah.
That's not how this is.
Okay.
They go from AA to KK and then start A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Okay. So they must have like a premium seating section, and then they do regular. Okay.
This is front orchestra. This is where this, it's not the VIP area, which let me look at that. VIP, $190. I assume it's right up front from EE and up.
Oh, I'm on a different.
$190.
And it's actually cheaper.
For what?
I'm on a different site and it's actually cheaper, and they have a code for 10% off. So I'm confused. Interesting.
Be sure you're getting it from a legit site for sure. I'm on NashvilleSymphony.org, so
Yeah, this is event tickets, so I mean that seems like that would be.
that seems shady.
I don't know what's going on here. And goat. I don't know. Yeah, I have to look at this.
Goat.
For my tickets.
I'm on tickets123r.com. Nah.
See, theaters though is doing CMC doing it? October 4th. That was a few days ago. Never mind. Well,
I wish I could go to shows like this, but realistically, the only thing I have going on for Halloween events is trunk or treats for my kids.
We prepared our first Halloween with tons of candy. We got exactly, what, 2 kids?
Yeah, like 5. Yeah, 2 kids. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got like nobody.
It's
last
like
year.
nobody. We effectively no kids.
The world is a different place now, and yeah.
And we're in a neighborhood, but we're at the end of the neighborhood.
Mhm.
I mean, we might get more this year because it's a Friday, but I don't know.
we don't get anybody. I live out in the middle of nowhere. Nobody's trick or
That's
treating
fair.
at my house.
You'll just have to buy candy for yourself.
No, I definitely don't. I might after if there's something good on clearance, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't get to do much candy anymore, obviously, but I always loved getting the Tootsie Roll flavor rolls. Those are like my favorites.
fruities. I like fruities. for
Yeah.
Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know what they were called. I was just like, oh yeah, it's the fruit flavored Tootsie Rolls. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fruities. Frooties.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're fun. Your driveway is too long. I know. Well, I know, and we don't have neighbors. Any of the kids that live around us are like in their late teens now, so we don't get trick or treaters. Never did. That's fine. Now, when I lived in town, we used to do a whole thing, and my best friend and I would like, and sometimes I'll, if it works out, and sometimes I'll dress up and go help her hand out candy because she lives in town. So sometimes, because that was kind of our thing when we were neighbors, is we would always sit out on each other's porches and hand out trick candy all.
I
Halloween.
never dressed up
Always
for
fun.
the first time I dressed up for Halloween. I was 19 years old.
Yeah, we were not allowed to celebrate Halloween. with
Yeah,
our
I grew up
kids.
in a super conservative home, and I was the oldest. So,
too.
me and my middle brother.
Me too, but we did
Yeah,
Halloween.
Yeah, but we didn't do Halloween at all. It was satanic. My parents
Yeah.
loosened up by the time my youngest brother came along, and he did trick or treating as a kid. But I've never
think
really
that's
wanted to do it anyway. I think the only time I was ever sad I was missing out is when I was in high school. My crush invited me to go, and I had to say no because my parents wouldn't let me go. And I was like, but the girl I like is going to be there. And she made this really cool Star Trek. It was a Star Trek Voyager science officer costume. She made herself. It was really nice. Yeah.
I think we went once or twice when we were kids. Mom took us trick or treating, but then then it was, oh, it's satanic, and then the deal was, well, tell you what, you can each tell me what bag of candy is your favorite, and I will buy you that bag of candy as long as we
Exactly.
trick or treating.
Well, so
Like,
yeah.
all right, deal.
I didn't dress up until I worked when I was 19. I was working for a grocery store, and they said we could dress up for work that night. And so I went as Agent K from Men in Black,
Nice.
because I just wore my homecoming tux and put sunglasses on because I didn't have a costume.
That's awesome.
So, but. That was the first time I dressed up for Halloween. I've never really wanted to. I've just like a few times where I have tried to get like, oh, maybe I'll do something cool, and just like, wow, this is really uncomfortable. I don't want to wear this. So,
My boys outgrew Halloween before I did. I
Yeah.
always enjoyed Halloween, and I always took my kids trick or treating and stuff like that. But both of them, they gave up on it quite early on. They had nothing to do, and those of you that know Malachi, he doesn't eat sugar, so and that's a long time ago. So he gave up on trick or treating a long time ago. So
I think I've told this
Yeah,
story
they-
before, but I got sort of reprimanded when I worked for the mega church. They used to do Harvest Festival nights for the community.
Sure.
And,
Sure, yeah.
at the time where the church was located, it was in an incredibly rural area. So the people that kind of lived out in that area, it was a safe place to go, especially since like 80% of the time, it's the first snow of the year is on Halloween. So it's usually super cold and
Yes.
stormy out on Halloween.
That happens
So having
here,
a place to
too.
go where kids can wear their costumes and walk around and get candy and stuff was kind of a nice thing. So we would do this, work that thing, and they said we could dress up as long as we didn't wear any makeup because, I mean, you know, our faces have to be identifiable. So I was like, oh, cool. And this is back in 2008. And The Dark Knight was really popular. So it's like, oh, I think I'll buy one of those Joker costumes. But I'm not allowed, okay, to wear the makeup. So then I just look like, you know, and because I'm kind of overweight, I just look like a fat guy in a purple suit. And somebody reported me saying that I went to the event dressed as a pimp. And I was like, it's the Joker, people. And I'm just like, oh, Christians can't be fun.
I mean, you gotta have purple and green to be Joker.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I've got a T-shirt that has the
Yeah.
purple and black. By
Yeah.
the way, does anybody remember Think Geek?
Yes. Yes. I used to
Long
get
live
stuff from there all
Think
the time.
Geek. This is Think Geek's
Oh, yeah. I thought so.
Halloween 2014 shirt.
Nice.
So I've had this.
Did you
a
buy the
long
Tauntaun
time.
sleeping bag, Michael?
I did not.
Okay.
But
I thought that
I
was
hear
funny,
it's
but I was
lukewarm.
like, there's no way it's comfortable.
Well, yeah, it's lukewarm.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, the spiritual successor, if you didn't know, there's kind of a spiritual successor to Think Geek. If you've ever been, it's more video game focused, but Fan Gamer is kind of the same thing. But it's all video game oriented. And I didn't realize this till I watched the recent Earthbound USA documentary, but it's basically run by the people that used to run Starman.net back in the day. I didn't know that until I watched that documentary. So, but yeah, like, there's things there's nothing on that website that I need. I'm just like, you know what? A deck of Shovel Knight playing cards would be cool, but I don't need it.
No, there's a lot of things on my shelves that I don't need.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shelf space.
You
taken
can go
up by
buy,
shelves.
Michael, they also have, you can get a physical deck of Balatro cards. You can have a deck of cards, it's all Balatro. They look like Balatro cards.
Mhm.
Like down to the pixelation
Nice.
and everything with the Jokers.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it.
Again, don't need it. Another
Don't
deck of
need
cards that I never play with. But
We've got a lot of decks.
me too. Well, I still have, you know what? I'm going to go get it to show it off because I feel like this is a relic of a time of eras gone by. Yeah, so entertain for a second. I'm going to go dig this out. I'll be right back.
Oh, I have a really important question for Steph, anyways. So,
Hit me.
Steph, I have been kind of looking around on the YouTube websites and stuff like that at games I should look for at Essen. So I'm trying to find. So like, if it's available in the U.S., I don't care. I'm not muling it back, even if it's not released yet. Unless it's like Similo decks, I'm probably gonna, I'll buy some of the Similo promos, and I'll buy probably the two new Similo decks, maybe.
Okay.
But I'm trying to like, is there a place or anyone? This, of course, anyone. Is there a website or something out there of like, I've even been kind of scrolling. There's like some Essen mule service, so you can offer to mule something back to people, and people are requesting, if you're going to Essen and you live in the U.S., can you bring this back for me and that back for me? So that's giving me some clues. But I'm just, I'm like, what game should I actually look for? That like I'm not going to be able to get here at home. Besides Turn the Tide.
To be fair, I have not looked at the list much, so I don't really know. But typically the imported publishers like from Japan are harder to get. Like things like that. Here's the geek list for the mule list. If you
Chelsea,
wanted
I
to
just
see
saw
if you
your
could
chat
help
about
people.
the Think Geek bag of holding was your diaper bag. That's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so I was kind of using this to kind of get some ideas of like, okay, so if this is, oh, I see Board Game James on here. I don't know who that guy. Just kidding. To kind of get some ideas of like, oh, what games should I look for while I'm there that, like, apparently are games that people are. So yes, this is one of them that I was looking at. So, okay.
Okay. All right. So I got this. So this is from when I was like 10 years old. These are Batman the Animated Series playing cards. This box is so frayed. Like this has been
wow.
with me a long time.
Wow.
And so of course, it comes with the two Jokers, And what I liked about
Nice.
this is that every card except the aces is a unique character from the show. So the
do you
aces are
catch
just a logo of just the Batman animated series. Not even the logo; it's just a Batman and the cowl shadows, type thing. But so like the 6 is a Mr. Freeze, Commissioner Gordon, and you'll never guess what I like to use these for. You'll never guess.
Oh, I can guess.
Yeah, of course the King is Batman.
Batmalo.
Yeah, the Queen is Catwoman. The Jack is Robin. Okay, all right. Riddle me this, BTAS fans. Who can name this character?
Ivy?
It's a hard one, but it's
If it's hard one, then I
Kind
will
of looks
definitely
like
not know.
Poison
Yeah.
Ivy, but
Yeah.
like the
Does it look familiar? Anybody in chat? Who can name this character?
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, it's not Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy is the 3. Let me find the 3 here.
Yeah, but like, I mean, the way that she's dressed and everything, she looks like the Poison Ivy before.
Or I'm sorry,
she
no,
became
I'm
Poison
wrong. Sorry, 3 was Batgirl. I'm sorry. Yeah, I thought Poison Ivy was 3, but 3 is Batgirl. Let me see. Is Poison Ivy? Oh, yeah, Poison Ivy was the 4. That's Poison Ivy. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So this character, I was just okay. So this character is the news reporter from Batman the Animated Series. Her name is Summer Gleason. Okay. And I was always baffled as to why this character was featured, because this is, because everyone else is all the Rogues Galleries, so like the 8 is Penguin, and the 9 is Alfred. We've got 2 is Two-Face, so it's like there's all these characters, and then for some reason, Summer Gleason, and you won't believe who's missing from this deck. This is how old this is, because it tells you just no one knew how big of a deal it would be. Harley Quinn is not featured in this deck.
I mean, Harley Quinn wasn't big when I was young, so I don't understand that.
So I think it's because this deck was printed before I think the first season of the show even had Nielsen ratings. And I don't think anybody, because Harley Quinn was a character created. It was an original character created by the writers of the show that was not from the Batman comics. And it wasn't until 2011 when they did the New 52 reboot where they did that DC Comics. Yeah, DC Comics acknowledged that Harley Quinzel is actually, they were going to adapt the character into the Batman mythos at large because she was so popular on the animated series. So this deck is so old that they didn't even know that Harley Quinn was popular yet. So it's like, we need to add another character. Let's put Summer Gleason in there. And I think the only reason they did is because Summer Gleason is in almost every episode because she's the primary method of exposition. So
I don't know. That seems like a deck that should be like in a box on a shelf and sold as a collector's item.
This has been. I would have looked into like, is this worth something? But I mean, I've played so many games of Nerds and Texas Hold'em with my friends. Like this deck has seen lots of play. The cards that they're, it's got the edges look like, have that little yellow thing that playing cards got. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's like these have been handled, used, shuffled to great extent over their lifespan. And the box, the box is falling apart. I'm surprised that it even still holds the cards. That's awesome. Watch me accidentally destroy the box on camera trying to put these back in here. But if this deck wasn't so, and also This is one of my few playing card decks that survived my basement flood of 2002. So some of the cards have some slight water damage on the edges. My Mario Party playing cards deck, which would, if I still had it, would go for a lot of money, did not survive the flood. Because it was the very first playing card deck they offered for Club Nintendo back in the day, so that one goes for a lot.
Oh.
And it was destroyed in the flood, unfortunately. But
It
I always,
looks like
yeah, I was like,
it looks like someone's got it for sale for $35.
oh,
Well, that's not bad.
I got this. My best friend that lives across the street got this for me for my birthday when I was in.
Let me see it again.
Yeah.
Let me see it again. Oh, no, this looks different.
Okay. Like I said,
Does it look the same on the other side?
so it shows Penguin, Batman, and Catwoman. Like this came out when when
got
all
it.
of the PR materials for the Batman animated series were mirroring that of Batman Returns. Like that's why this has Batman, Penguin, and Catwoman on it, because Batman Returns was the most recent Batman film.
Yeah,
And
I'm not
yeah,
actually seeing it.
yeah,
so
and this
it
is
may
one of the
be
few
super good.
products, the few Batman animated series products that has nothing to do with Harley Quinn, because I think it was produced so early that they had no idea
Right.
that they had a hit in that character.
That's pretty awesome.
Because everything since, it's like, if there's anything they did with Harley Quinn, coloring books, activity books, whatever, it's like, or with animated series, Harley Quinn was featured in it because that character was so popular. But like, not here. It was
Ooh,
like,
I
no,
found it.
Summer Gleason got the spot, not Harley Quinn.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's
You can buy a single King of Hearts for $1.08.
from this deck.
They're selling, somebody's selling replacement cards individually.
Yeah. Because even if they ever did another print run of these, I assure you it was different because it would have included Harley Quinn.
Right, for sure. Ooh, there's one, a full one for $45.
Okay, so not that much. Okay.
Sealed.
Yeah.
In shrink.
Is it this one? This artwork?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting because it's a rare piece of Batman animated series memorabilia that has nothing to do with Harley Quinn. Yeah.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Here's one for
Because the first wave of
$17.58.
action figures didn't include any Harley Quinn. There was no Harley Quinn sculpts or anything, you know.
Yeah, there are a few people that are selling it. So yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, I mean, it's kind of funny, and this became sort of like the measure I use to, like, when I get like IP themed playing card decks, unless they're doing something crazy with the presentation, I'm like, yeah, give every card, at least every number, a unique character, please, because some decks just give you just the playing cards, and the rest just look like regular, or give you the face cards, and the rest just look like the regular playing cards with the suits, you know. And I'm just like, that's so lazy.
Do you know how you collect those unique cards?
How's that?
Michael.
Unique up on them.
Oh my! I walked into that, and I'm mad at myself.
You walked into that.
Yeah, I know, Delphi. I should know. I should know better.
Shelby sees it. She's like, no, he's gonna say
Yeah, I should have known. Do you have a standout?
So it comes from a joke, right? It's like, how do you catch a unique rabbit? Unique up on it. Well, how do you catch a tame rabbit? The tame way, unique up on it.
Oh.
Oh, Jophia.
Hey guys, I have to deal with this all the time.
Yeah, to be fair, Steph, I have two of my own. They just don't stream. I'm with you.
All right.
Sometimes I laugh so hard it shakes our camera on our setup.
Yeah, I used to have alongside this that I bought myself years later. I had a Batman Forever playing card deck. That at some point I got rid of it. I just decided I didn't need more than one Batman deck, and you know, Batman. This is the more, I think, long standing of the two. Like, people still show appreciation for this, not so much for Batman Forever. So, but that one was kind of cool because it also had a lot of unique artwork in it. And they obviously did not get the clearance to use Jim Carrey's face likeness in that deck. It looks a lot like the Riddler from Batman Forever, but not so much in the face. Yeah. But
Yeah, we got a treadmill, so fun.
oh,
Which fits in the Mazda 3 of unlimited size.
I saw the post. Yeah.
Yeah. I did too.
Hey, I've used it a couple times already in like a couple days. Not bad.
Nice.
Yep.
Isn't it nice enough outside to go walking outside?
Yeah,
That's
but
not
you
the
can't
point.
watch. You can't watch Netflix when you're unless you're like looking down at your phone.
Matt, if we had a channel point redemption for getting dad jokes from Michael, channel points would lose all meaning. Because we get them for free. He cannot be stopped. It's like I don't
You can only
think
hope
he
to
would
contain
allow
me.
us to rein him in. It's like, look, all right, you gotta keep the dad jokes mum until we see the channel point redemption. I don't think
Yep.
I think you would say all right, but I don't think you can do it, Michael.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, you would be more successful if you had a channel point redemption. Stop Michael from doing the dad joke.
Oh yeah. In fact, that might make more sense. It was like we have to, a channel redemption to bar dad jokes for 10 minutes. But even then, I still don't
That
think
would
you can
make
help
You know what?
yourself.
You know what? You want a way to monetize Game Guildies? There's your method. Just charge people.
Oh, all right. That'll be a Patreon pledge level. It's like we'll do sponsored dad jokes, and we'll let Michael have a moment in the show where he can go. It's like this dad joke is brought to you by user yabba blah 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 blah, and then go, Michael.
No.
Do you really want to encourage this?
This dad joke has been prevented by
Oh,
Sophia.
okay.
Yeah, that's that.
That's the
That
one.
way I don't have to even come up with content. She has sponsored a dad joke free day. Or a dad joke free hour. This hour of dad free jokes sponsored by
Initiated and blocked by. Yeah.
Initiated by, blocked by. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And Shelby is like, how much? I'm in.
If it works as you say, I'll buy a dozen. You're sitting on a gold mine, Trebek.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my
What's next? And then we start a cryptocurrency based on the notion, right? Yeah.
Azul
Azul.
bucks.
Yeah.
Azul coin.
Azul coin.
heck yeah.
Let the blockchain show.
No, no, how much is it worth? Let the record show. I can't do Azul impressions.
No. How is he, by the way? Any updates on his condition?
Yeah, I know. When are we going to see?
I emailed her about 3 weeks ago. A week later, she messaged me and said that she found him. He was lost and now is found
Oh,
and was going to begin the procedures.
he went on a binger.
He was an active runner, which is amazing because he has no legs. But
I'm getting a little nervous about the process, how long this is taking, because I feel like when he finally returns, we're gonna have to do like a top of the show bit about like now. He's had some work done, and he
I mean, we're
looks
gonna get
great,
him back.
everybody.
He's gonna have fake eyelashes and
Yeah,
a tattoo.
he looks
I mean,
better than ever.
Wow.
This guy is gonna have implants. I mean, you're not gonna recognize him.
Alrighty.
I've made you laugh more tonight than
Yeah.
than
No,
yeah,
I'm
than
laughing
all
more
year.
at the idea of no Jai jokes from you than I am at your
I
dad
mean,
jokes.
Matt and Jelfia will single-handedly make all four of us rich. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I'll just take my standard 13%.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Nice,
we'll probably close down. So we're gonna probably be without Duchess for a bit of a spell here because she's got some
No.
travel. So
unless you guys want to adjust the streaming time, that's a little bit more closely aligned with my alive time in Germany.
yeah,
No, don't worry about us.
No.
Gosh.
no, it's gonna
Enjoy
be
your
enough
time.
of it. Yeah,
It's currently 2:14 a.m. in Essen.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So the stream would start at 1 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So that's like
I don't think we want to expose any of us, the 1 a.m.
I would
version
do
of
it.
any of us to the internet.
the 1 a.m. version of me is the best version of me.
Or oh no.
Yes. Oh no. The worst version of me is the 7 or 8 a.m. version of me. That's the
I
absolute
agree
worst.
with that. That's true.
I'm not a morning
So-
person.
Me neither. Yes. so this is definitely
Beyond
my
Dead
last-
not hearing Steph concur.
Yeah, this is my last official stream partially because after this is over, I am going to be unplugging my tower to take it to my brother-in-law to do some diagnostics on it while I am gone. So it seemed like a good time to send my PC to get some work done. So,
Ooh.
well, I've
Nice.
had it for 5 years and it's starting to, that's about how long they last when things start to not have enough RAM or enough hard drive space or enough this or that or the other.
That's
thing.
when you're due
No,
for a
mine's
tune-up.
mine's 5 years old.
Yeah. Yeah, but you've swapped components out within those 5 years.
Not
haven't you?
yet.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, I have not done that yet, but
I had-
it's
I had a-
getting to the point where it's getting due. I'm gonna need.
I
to
had
do
added
some-
memory, but it won't accept that memory, so I've backed that out again.
Oh,
So-
weird.
Yep, I did the same thing. So we'll see. So yes, but it seemed like a good time. I'm going to be gone for basically the rest of the month. So, I will be unplugging it after this stream so it can get delivered to check her out and see what components should be upgraded and clean off some junk and yeah. So, anyways, this is my last stream, and then I'm headed to Germany on Thursday evening.
Yay.
So you could probably look for me over at the Loses streams. I don't know how many opportunities until after my work week is over because I'm working for the next several days when I get there. So, but then I'll be on vacation and then I would stream with David
Nice.
if the opportunity works out. So you might be able to find me over there.
Fun.
Nice.
We'll have to so we can try to catch you. Like I said, I know you never know what's going to happen, how things are going to go.
No, nope.
All
Too
right.
many
Well,
things going on.
all right. Well, let's go ahead and line up a raid. Yeah.
Live.
We'll try to figure out something for. I mean, do you have any foreseeable absences overlapping either of you, Michael or Steph?
I'm teaching a class on Wednesday, So we are probably going to stream a little early and possibly also, again, a little late because my class is from 6 to 8 p.m. So that's unfortunate. It's like right in the middle of stream
Ooh,
time.
that might mean I could catch a raid maybe if you guys are streaming later.
Depending on how late we go is the
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. We'll think about it.
We'll think about it.
This might be a good time to maybe do a night of King of the Castle. Well, maybe do that on one of our Mondays.
I'm probably gonna be out on the 20th.
Okay, 20th. All right.
Well, then we can do the game that we had been playing, the puzzle game.
Oh yeah, we
What is it
could try to.
called?
I would have to go back and
We were
figure out
here
where the heck
together.
we were. Yeah, we were here together. Yeah, we could take it. Yeah, we could take a crack at
It'll
that.
just start us there.
Yeah.
It'll just start us wherever we're supposed to start.
I'm sorry. I'm in blueprints mode. We're just like, there's no lore we had to keep up with, right? No, it's just we're going from puzzle to puzzle.
It's just puzzle to puzzle.
Yeah.
Occasionally it'll be like, oh yeah, that's how we solved this other puzzle.
Yeah.
So that's about as much
I remember
lore
we
as
were
you're
like
gonna
stuck
need.
on that elevator puzzle for forever. I remember that
Yeah, we were.
mine shaft puzzle. Yeah. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for
Yeah,
us.
we
Thanks
got mine
everyone.
shafted.
Yeah, for hanging out. And of course, whether or not I get a free copy, we will do new Jackbox as soon as we're all able to be back together again. We will try out the new Jackbox games. So, all right, we're raiding Heartboard Games. Thanks everyone for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out. Until next time, GG and live it up.
This has been a Senor Azul production. Fist bump.
I'm going to keep my fist up while I find the button with my other hand. There we go.